Students, today we are going to deal with the chapter 1 of your computer book, that is computer hardware components. Computer system. A computer system comprises basically in two parts, hardware and software. Hardware are physical components that can be seen and touched, while softwares are only felt while we are working on a computer. You can see here is an image of a computer. This is a screen, that is a monitor, keyboard, mouse and a CPU box. And here is a printer and also a speaker. So the keyboard, mouse, monitor and CPU box, these all are the main parts of the computer. You can say main components of the computer, and while printers and speakers are additional parts or peripheral part devices of a computer. So now let's understand hardware. Hardware comprises the physical components of a computer like various input devices, processing devices, storage devices, and output devices together makes the computer hardware system. Further, hardware has divided into two parts. Main parts like keyboard, mouse, monitor, and CPU box, and additional parts connected with the CPU box like speaker, printer, headphone, joystick, etc. There is a note also. There are some important parts too which formed inside the CPU box. CPU box is also called system unit. This looks like a closed box. It contains core hardware parts which are not visible until it is opened, like motherboard, RAM, ROM, disk drives, and CPU. Here is an image of a hardware organization in a summarized chart. Let's understand this. Computer hardware has two parts. The one is external devices, another one is internal devices. First, understand external devices. External devices has two parts. Main devices like that output we use monitor, input we use keyboard and mouse. And in peripheral devices we use output printers, speakers, plotters. And for input we use scanner, webcam, microphone, joystick, barcode reader. Now comes to the internal devices. Internal devices are placed inside the system unit, that is also called CPU box. Here is for memory unit there are two parts, that is RAM and ROM. For processing unit there are CPU, ALU and CU. And for storage unit, internal storage comes for the hard disk. Ports and connectors also available backside of the CPU box. And also here is an external storage unit also, that is external hard disk, optical disk, pen drives and memory cards. And one more thing, that is power supply unit, that is also connected, that is also inside the CPU box, and we connect power supply from our outside of the CPU box. Now comes to the external devices. External devices are operated by the user, so they are located outside the system unit. External devices connect with the CPU box either by cable or through wireless technology like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. External devices are categorized into two types, main devices and peripheral devices. Let's understand. Main input devices. Keyboard is the basic input device used to give instructions and data into the computer. Hence it is called standard input device. A standard keyboard layout is called QWERTY layout. Let's understand various types of keyboard keys. Here you can see an image of a keyboard. There are various types of keys categorized here. Let's understand one by one. The first one is navigation keys. This area is called navigation keys. Here is up and down arrow, left and right arrow, page up, page down, home button, end button. These buttons are used to navigate in a screen. Means that we want to go up or down, left or right in a page or here and there. So we use this. Second one is numeric keypads. Sometimes we use our keyboard as a calculator, so for that we use this key like a calculator or some functions. Another one is that is function keys. Function keys are located from F1 to F12. These are used for special or particular function. Fourth one, that is control keys, that is CTRL button, shift button or alt button. These are located both sides of the space bar. And the fifth one is that is alphanumeric keys. These buttons are used to type a letters or some numbers. Main input device. Mouse is also a small device connected with the computer to interact with the graphical user interface provided by the operating system. So mouse is also a main input device. Mouse is also used to quick select and draw in various software applications. In true sense, mouse is a pointing device. It has usually left and right buttons and a scrolling wheel. Left button is used to select the and open a file, while right button is used to click and display pop-up and different context menu. Types of mouse. There are basically three types of mouse. The first one is mechanical mouse. This type of mouse has a rubber or metal ball on its underside that can be rolled in any direction. A sensor detects the motion of the ball and moves the pointer. Now this type of mouse are very less in use. The next one is optical mouse. In this type of mouse has a light emitting diode, that is LED or laser, to detect the movement of mouse. It works on the reflection of light and sensor detects the motion. Another one is cordless mouse. It is also known as wireless mouse. It can be used from a distance to operate a computer. It has an adapter that is connected with CPU box that keeps on data sharing with mouse. It is portable and comfortable to use. Here is a one more thing that you need to know about the cordless mouse, that the adapter comes with a mouse, works with that mouse only. If you have lost your adapter, you cannot work with the mouse. There are different types of mouse. Here is an image of the different types of mouse. In mechanical mouse you can see this area is a ball, and in optical mouse you can see there is a laser light comes from this area, and in cordless mouse it is the adapter that can be used. Main output device. Here we will discuss with the main output device. Main output device is monitor. Some people consider a speaker as main device, but we have kept it in peripheral devices because we can work in a computer without a speaker also. So let's discuss with the monitor. Monitor or visual display unit. Yes, students, monitor can also be said as visual display unit or VDU. Displays information for user who works on a computer. It is a standard output device. Modern monitors are coming with touch screen also to directly point on the screen or select something. Types of monitor. There are various types of monitor. First one is CRT monitor. It is the oldest type of monitors. Full form of CRT is cathode ray tube. There are no longer in use today. अब इस तरह के monitors नहीं मिलते हैं. Even manufacturing is also closed. They consumes a lot of electricity. Next one is LCD. The full form of LCD is liquid crystal display. LCD is a flat and thin display device. They are also used in laptops, tablet PCs and smartphones. TFT, that is full form is thin film transistor, is a variant of LCD. Now another type of monitor is LED. Full form of LED is light emitting diode. LED monitor is the most modern technology. It displays output in true color and high definition video. Peripheral devices. Students will discuss this. Periphery means on the outer side, means the devices which are used additionally to extend the functionality of computer. Peripheral output devices. Here are few things about peripheral output devices, that printer, plotters, speakers and headphones. Now we'll discuss the types of printers. The first one is dot matrix printer. This printer has a printing head and a grids of pin. There is an ink ribbon between the head and the paper. You can see this type of printers at railway stations, at reservation counters, where the clerk prints the reserved ticket or any type of normal ticket also. Next one is daisy wheel printer. These printers are outdated now. It has a circular wheel with characters or symbol that hit on the paper with the help of ink ribbon. Another one is inkjet printers. An inkjet printer is sprayed ionized ink on a sheet of paper. Magnetized plates directs the ink to print desired letter or graphics. It can print in color as well as in black and white. Another printer is laser printer. This printer prints the character by laser beams. It has a photocopier drum which works with laser beam. There is a separate printer for color and black and white. Now we'll understand what is plotters. Plotters are used to draw or plot building maps or product design. They are also used to print big hoardings. You can see on the side of the road the big hoardings. They are also printed by the plotters. There are two types of plotters. One is flatbed plotter and another one is drum plotter. So let's understand flatbed plotter. This type of plotter is fixed on a flat surface and different types of panes are fixed with it. Pen moves in horizontally and vertically to draw images. Here you can see this is an image of a flatbed plotter. This flat area and this area is holding a pen. Now comes to the drum plotter. In drum plotter, the paper is placed over a drum that rotates back and forth. The pen is mounted on a carriage which moves across the width of the paper. Speakers and headphones. We all use speakers and headphones because we all are at home. We are using this too much. These devices are used for sound output in at a very high quality. Now understand peripheral input devices. First one is microphone. Normally, microphone referred as a mic or mic. It is a device used to record our voice as an input in a computer system. It converts our voice into electrical signals for computer. Yes स्टूडेंट्स, किसी भी तरह की आवाज़ हो, किसी भी भाषा में हो, वो सभी आवाज़ें कंप्यूटर में इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स के रूप में ही स्टोर होती हैं और तभी हम उसे यहाँ से वहाँ एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे ट्रांसफ़र कर सकते हैं. Now next device is scanner. Scanners are used to keep a document or an image in electronic form in a computer. Flatbed scanners are used to scan whole document while handheld scanners are useful for fast scanning. Next one is web camera. It is used to capture live video or images to send over the network. Smartphones and laptops are equipped with it. Next peripheral device is joystick. It is also a pointing device. Normally it is used to control video games. Usually have more than one push buttons. Normally used in military aircrafts, cranes, underwater unmanned vehicles, wheelchairs, etc. Next peripheral device is barcode reader or QR code scanner. A barcode is an optical machine that reads data in the form of vertical black lines of different widths. Quick response code or QR code. This type of scanner reads a matrix or patterns of dots. Smartphones also have QR scanning apps. You can see these codes in books and other household objects. Internal devices. Internal devices are located inside the system unit. Most of them are directly connected with motherboard while others are connected through tiny cables. Internal devices are organized into following four ways: memory unit, processing unit, storage unit, and ports and connectors. So first understand memory units. It has two major parts, RAM and ROM. Main memory or random access memory. When we work on a computer, then all the instructions given to the program and processing done by CPU is stored in RAM. It is its memory is volatile or temporary. All data lost when computer goes off, so we need to save the data on the permanent storage. Next one is ROM, read-only memory. This is a permanent or non-volatile memory and data stored in it is retained after computer is switched off. Its storage capacity is lesser than RAM and disks. It generally stores the instructions used to boot up the computer and load the operating system. Contents of ROM cannot be modified. Next one is processing unit. Processing unit of a computer mainly contains CPU. It is called brain of the computer. It processes all the data as per the instructions given. It has two parts, ALU and CU. ALU stands for Arithmetic and Logic Unit. Arithmetic unit performs arithmetic operations such as add, multiply, divide, subtract, etc. And Logic Unit takes care of comparing the values and taking decisions. And Control Unit. Control Unit ensures that all the operations performed by ALU are completed as desired. It also controls how data should reach from the memory to ALU and from ALU to memory of the computer. That's all for today. Thank you.